Good day everyone, especially to our instructor. We are the group 3 presenting our final project entitled Automated I.C.Engine. Here are my group members. First is Jilsen Lureine N, me, Baltar Sanshai, Angel Jaspe, and last but not the least, Princess Hannah Lustado. And without further ado, let us start with the overview for this final project, which will be handled by Miss Angel Jaspe.
Overview: The concept of an automated ICA engine draws inspiration from a popular automated machine in Japan that has gained significant attention on the internet. This advanced machine eliminates the need for staff involvement in customer transaction. It efficiently displays the available item, calculates the payment amount, and offers other relevant information to customer. Furthermore, it incorporates inclusive features accessible only to admins or owner through a password-protected system. Sa pamamagitan ng automated ICE engine machine, naging mas mabilis at mas madali ang proseso ng pagpili para sa mga customer. Hindi na nila kailangang maghintay sa mga tauhan or empleyado at maaari nilang makuha ang mga produkto na kailangan nilang direkta mula sa makina.
For the objectives, first is to assist customers without requiring the physical presence or aid of staff members or other store employees. Second is to serve as a point of contact between the product and the consumer. Third is to provide a business opportunity that is both affordable and low risk while ensuring accessibility and availability of products to customers. The automated engine machine is made for every customer. This is to lessen human work. It aims to serve to the customer without in touch, only the service or product, and customers only. Regard with this machine are designed to deliver exceptional convenience, efficiency, and reliability in various environments. This machine also offer a low cost and low risk for every customers. However, it is very needed and applicable either store or company.
Let us now move on to our methodology. Here, in the provided code we made, these are the following functions we use. The print function prints the specified message to the screen or other standard output device. The message can be a string or any other object. So the object will be converted into a string before written to the screen. Next is the input. This function that is input in Python takes any input from the users. Later on, it evaluates this expression. Python can automatically identify whether or not a user has inserted a number, list, or a string. If you have entered a wrong input, it's either a syntax error or an exception that Python has raised. Next slide. Next is the def. So in Python, you define a function with the def keyword. Then write the function identifier followed by parenthesis and a colon. The next thing you have to do is make sure you indent with a tab or four spaces, and then specify what you want the function to do for you. Next is the while true. So while true means loop forever. The while statement takes an expression and executes the loop body while the expression evaluates to Boolean or true. True always evaluates to Boolean and thus executes the loop body indefinitely. Next is the elif. In Python, elif is short for else if and is used when the first if statement isn't true but you want to check for another condition. Meaning, if statements pair up with elif and else statements to perform a series of checks. Next. Next is the else. An else statement contains the block of code that executes if the conditional expression in the if statement resolves to zero or a false value. The else statement is an optional statement that and there could be at most only one else statement following if. Next one is the if. Python In Python, if statement is one of the most commonly used conditional statements in programming languages. It decides whether certain statements need to be executed or not. It checks for a given condition. So if the condition is true, then the set of code present inside the if block will be executed or otherwise not. Last but not the least is the float. So the most Pythonic way to convert a list of strings to a list of floats is to use the list comprehensions. Floats is equals to float x for x in strings. It iterates over all elements in the list and converts each list element x to a float value using the float x built-in function. Next.
And for the source code, we will have Princess Hannah Lustado to help us run the code. And our code is still entitled Automated IC Engine. So let us start. So as we can see on the first part, we have an introduction for the machine, and it is like Baymax. It is actually referenced by Baymax. His most famous code wherein he introduces himself to Hero that was introduced by Tadashi. So next one, let us enter our name. Our name will be, for example, is Joy. So ayan, as we can see on the first part, we have three options. Let us start with the first one, wherein we will be making a purchase as a customer. So here are the list of available items. As we can see, we have 15 items all in all, and each item has a description so that the buyers can be aware of the items they will be buying. Naka-indicate na rin ang quantity ng bawat items, pati na rin ang mga price nila. Kunyari ay gusto natin mag-purchase ng slide switch, ang number 30 ng slide switch mula sa list, and currently, the quantity is 11. So, i-indicate natin ang number 13 sa binibilangan niya. Ayan, so after, we will be paying an amount na nagko-correspond sa presyo na. According to the data, a slide switch costs 400 pesos, pero i-try natin na magbayad ng 350 pesos para makita natin kung ano mangyayari. And according to the data, insufficient payment ang ating naibigay. Please enter a higher amount. Next, itatry naman natin magbayad ng 450 pesos. Ano kaya ang mangyayari? According to the receipt, may sukli tayong 50 pesos. And lastly naman, try kaya natin ngayon magbayad ng saktong bayad. Ano kaya ang mangyayari? Try natin mag-make a purchase ulit. Tapos, i-purchase ulit natin ang slide switch, which is number 13. And magbabayad tayo ng 400 pesos na sakto sa payment niya. Ayan, and according to the receipt, wala na tayong change kasi nakapagbayad na tayo ng exact amount. So, for the second part, which is the service mode. The service mode requires us to have a password para na rin para sa security kasi ang service mode ay parang ma-access lang ang makaka-access lang dito ay admins and owners. So, ang password na in-indicate namin sa code ay group 3. So, marami tayong options para sa service mode. So, tingnan muna natin ang number 1, display inventory. Makikita natin dito ngayon yung mga presyo, yung mga items na available sa inventory natin, pati yung mga quantity nila. Di ba kanina, meron tayong 11 items sa slide switch, which is number 13. And since bumili tayo kanina ng slide switch, parang nabawasan na siya ng isang quantity, naging 9 na lang siya. mali pala. Kaya naging 9 na lang siya. Kanina kasi 11 ang quantity niya. So, since nag-purchase tayo na dalawang beses, nagbawasan siya sa unang beses, which is nung nagbayad tayo ng sobrang payment. And ang second time naman na nag-purchase tayo, ay nung nagbayad tayo ng exact payment. Kaya naging 9 na lang siya. So, number 2 is the stock items. I-try naman natin ngayon i-restock yung mga nawalang items sa number 13 sa slide switch. So, indicate natin ang number 13. Since ang nawalang item sa atin ay dalawa, try ulit natin magdagdag pa ng dalawa para mabawi yung items na nawala sa atin. Para ma-check natin kung nadagdagan niya ba ang items, pindutin ulit natin ang number 1 para ma-double check natin. And as we can see, dun sa number 13, naging 11 na ulit ang quantity niya. So, moving on, add a new item naman tayo. So, ano pa kaya ang item na pwede natin i-add na wala pa sa listahan? Sa aking palagay ay pwede natin idagdag ang wires. Na nagko-cost ng 140 pesos. Indicate na rin natin na parang 15 ang quantity niya. So, ang description ng items na lang natin ay ilagay na lang natin ay for connecting. Iksiyan na lang natin para hindi sobrang haba. Ayan. Tingnan natin ulit kung na-add natin ng item. I-check ulit natin ang inventory natin by pressing number 1. Inputting number 1. So, di ba kanina meron tayong 15 items. Ngayon, meron na tayong 16. Nadagdag na yung wires sa inventory natin kasi kanina nag-add tayo ng yung items. So, ngayon naman, let us move on with the fourth option, which is removing items. I-remove natin kanina yung sa number 16, which is the wires. So, indicate natin ang number 16. And once again, public tayo sa display inventory para matingnan natin kung nawala ba siya. Ayun. Kanina, meron tayong 15 items. So, dagdagan siya ng isa, kaya naging 16. And since nag-remove tayo ng isa pang item, which is yung wires, naging 15 na lang ulit siya. So, moving on with the display sales statistics. Ayun, di ba kanina na-purchase tayo ng dalawang slide switch, kaya meron dyang quantity sold na dalawa. And since hindi man tayo bumili kanina ng nakitang items, yung slide switch lang, ay naka-0 pa rin ang sales statistics niya. So, I guess that's all for the service mode. We can now exit. So, that's all for our coding, and yun lang naman yung overview ng aming pagko-code sa pag-aral nito. Meron siyang to summarize it, meron siyang pag-purchase para sa customers. Number 2 is for service modes na naka-access silang ay admins and owners. And nabibigyan din tayo nito ng resibo sa mga purchase na ng customers. And lastly, meron siyang descriptions para naman maging aware ang customers sa mga items na binibili nila. So let us go back with our PowerPoint presentation. So, susunod natin sa presentation ay ito yung mamagalan natin nila sa on-GT. I-is na lang natin dito kasi sa open na lang natin. Para open ko na lang sa susunod. And overall, meron tayo 100 likes para sa coding natin. And we would like our presentation of the topic is worth words. And once again, it looks like our presentation ends here. Thank you so much for listening. And once again, here is presenting our final and entitled Automated I.C.Engine.